Are Spurs about to go big for a striker smashing it up in Portugal? And are we about to lose two of our midfielders? Guys, we will get into it and we will get into this man a bit later on. Before we do, please do me the honour of liking the stream, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the bell notification so you know when all of my content is about to drop. Let's start with this New Zealand Australia tour because I think it's quite interesting in the players that have gone on tour and the players that have been left behind. Are players about to leave? Are they injured? We will find out. And the players that are going, of course, players that have been linked with moves away but are still flying halfway around the world with Spurs. So maybe, just maybe, they are not. Let's go for one, first of all, that isn't going. And this, for me, is a bit of a concern. And it's this man, Mohamed Kudus, has been left at home to continue his rehabilitation. Now, for me, I thought he was fit. I thought I'd seen pictures, I've seen videos. Of course, hadn't seen him on the pitch, but I had seen him doing weights and that kind of thing. I thought, okay, he's going to be fine. He's going to start the season. Brilliant. But he is not deemed fit enough to fly out to Australia and New Zealand on tour with Tottenham. We are hearing rumours that he should be fit for the start of the season. But if not, we really are going to have to go out and improve that right-hand side, really, aren't we? We can't be having a tail on the right, surely, going into the start of next season. Guys, let me know what you think about the fact that Kudus has not travelled with Spurs to Australia and New Zealand. Of course, this man as well, James Maddison, he has gone out to Australia and New Zealand. Our new club captain. I did a video on that yesterday, guys. If you haven't checked it out, go over and check it out. Did a video on James Maddison becoming the new Spurs captain. I'm delighted with it. And he flies out to Australia and New Zealand with the squad. Let's pray, let's hope he doesn't have another terrible preseason where he gets a bad injury again. Of course, he missed the best part of a year with Spurs last season after that injury last year in preseason. Fingers crossed he gets through it. But it's interesting, right? Kulu hasn't gone out either. How long do we give him before we say, okay, Kulu, sorry, but you're not going to come back. We've got to let you go. You know, am I being harsh? But this new, brutal Spurs, this new Spurs that are ruthless, how long do we give him before we say, we're ripping your contract up. You're not going to come back. You're not going to be the player you were. Do we give him another 6 months? Do we give him another year? This guy hasn't played for over a year now. You know, he got injured towards the end of the season before last, and he looks no closer to coming back into first team football and first team training. So he's a concern. Other players that have been left at home, Vicario apparently has a slight knock. He is not travelled either with the club. So is Vicario about to leave? And these two also haven't travelled with the club. Bentancur and Pap Matasar. Now, both went out of the World Cup around the same time as did Scotland, as of course did the Dutch. In fact, the Dutch went a little bit further, but they're all back. Bentancur apparently has been given a little bit more time off due to injuries over the last couple of years, and Sarr has been left at home as well. This is what it says regarding Bentancur. And the preseason absentee update, it says Bentancur has been granted additional time off following the World Cup. Strange, with Tottenham's medical department believing it's essential given the injuries he sustained over recent seasons. The club feels a proper period of rest is crucial to ensure he's fully recovered ahead of the new campaign. I guess that kind of sounds okay. But then it says, it's also understood that Bentancur is one of the players the club would consider selling if an offer arrived and they felt it was simply too good to turn down this summer, and that we could bring in an upgrade replacement. Pat Matasar hasn't travelled as he looks increasingly likely to move on this summer as previously shared. Sousa is due to head out on loan, plus he missed training due to illness. Ashley Phillips is close to a move. Borough, the most likely destination as things stand. And as far as Phillips goes, here we go. Ashley Phillips and Dorrington both haven't travelled. both set to move on. I think Darlington is linked with some Polish side, while Phillips is linked to Middlesbrough. I think they're talking about a £10 million deal there for Ashley Phillips, which I find strange, as he was one of the players of the season for Stoke last year in the Championship, and we've just sold Lancashire for 20 million, who did okay at Oxford, but we're only going to get 10 for Phillips. It is what it is. We move on, guys. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about all of those. Bentancur, Pat Matassar, and the two youngsters being left at home. Pat Matassar surely is about to move. And mixed signals with Bentancur. They've said, we need him to rest. We need him to rest. He's got to come back strong. He's had serious injuries. But on the other hand, if we do get a good offer, we are going to take it. Strange for me, but it is what it is. As for people on the plane, Lucas Bergvall is on the plane, a player that's been linked with a move away. We've had bids turned down, but we are still taking him with us. So Lucas Bergvall is on the plane to New Zealand and Australia. Let's get into the serious news, which is transfers and this man here. And it is, of course, Samu Aghehowa. And the news is that Spurs have made initial contact over a move for Samu Aghehowa. Discussions are underway. And for what I'm hearing, the player is understood to be keen on a move if the clubs can reach an agreement. And that is from Michael Hamilton, tier goat level. We will see. Guys, let me know what you think about Aghehowa, right? He's a player that's done really well in Portugal. He's got a lot of goals for Porto. If we look at his record last season, didn't play a whole lot of games, 32 appearances, scoring 20 times with 1 assist. Now, that's better than any of our strikers, right? And maybe he's made for the Premier League. He is a big, powerful striker, pacey, good in the air. Like I say, powerful. Very much in the Mateta kind of mode, I think. Maybe not the greatest on the eye, but I think he would score goals in the Premier League. Guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the possibility of Aghehowa coming to Tottenham and how much would he cost? Probably the best part of 70, 80 million pound plus to get this player in. But we are desperate for a striker. And Aghehowa, who was linked with us in January, of course, being linked again now is a possibility. And I've got to be honest, I wouldn't be against it. Out of all the strikers we're being linked with, for me, he would be the most exciting, I think, going forward. Again, unless we're going to get Harry Kane or someone of that ilk, we are going to have to lower our standards a little bit. So, guys, let me know what you think about Aghehowa and the possibility of him coming into Spurs next season. Guys, I will leave it there. There is so much news going around. I could be here for an hour and a half going through it all. But no doubt, hopefully things will happen over the next couple of days. If you haven't already, please do the honour of liking. As I've said, subscribe to the channel. It really does mean the world. I am chasing down 2,000. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for all of your support, as always. And come on, you Spurs.